Government drama llama ding dong talking about Rafael. And when I say Rafael, I don't mean the Ninja Turtle, I mean Rafael Edward Cruz, the United States Senator from Texas since 2013. If we're suddenly going to be sticklers about making sure people stick to the names on their birth certificate, then we need to be calling him Rafael. The same Rafael Cruz whose daughter was caught wincing and telling her mom to not clap as the senator praises Trump on stage. That Rafael Cruz whose wife was working at Goldman Sachs during the 2008 recession. During that 2008 recession, Goldman Sachs was criticized for allegedly misleading its investors and profiting from the collapse of the mortgage market. This led to investigations from the U.S. Congress, the United States Department of Justice, and a lawsuit from the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission that resulted in Goldman paying a $550 million settlement in July 2010. Feel free to pause and read the rest, and of course all of this is online. The same Rafael Cruz that, after a pew-pewing in 2022, blamed it on declining church attendance, violent video games, prescription drugs, and the rest of the list that you see up here. So it should be no surprise that he voted against the bipartisan Safer Communities Act. And if you want to know his opinion about previous elections, feel free to pause and read above. And since we're on the Heritage Foundation thing, Rafael has supporters there. Rafael... Who's mowing at this time? Rafael's of course slimy as can be and then tries to downplay certain things that he does. And in 2024, during a heated interview with CNN, he reiterated his stance that there was significant voter fraud during the 2020 election and that he would not ignore fraud in this year's election. And last I checked, this clip is still available online to see. And of course, there's more. In 2021, whilst the state of Texas was dealing with a severe winter storm, he decided to go with his family to Cancun. Then he came back and was like, oh, well, obviously this was a mistake. The New York Times later repeated leaked text messages showing Cruz's family was planning to stay in Mexico and invited his friends to join them. Cruz's wife Heidi asked in a group chat of friends and neighbors if anyone wanted to go somewhere warm for the week and detailed the family's plans to stay in Cancun. She also described her house as freezing. Then there was a question of, what happened to the family poodle? The fact that their dog is named Snowflake is not lost on me. Twitter was abuzz Thursday as photos circulated of Senator Rafael Cruz boarding a flight to Cancun, Mexico, while millions of Texans were without water, heat, or electricity during a winter storm. Posts such as this one above, Snowflake the dog is only the latest victim of Rafael Cruz's selfish behavior. Cruz is running away from his responsibilities, including Snowflake. His track record is full of decisions that only benefit him. In December, we uncovered that Cruz manipulated a federal program to benefit O&G, including a fracking company owned by his biggest donor. The end of the article states that Cruz's dog Snowflake was not left home alone, though I find it interesting that the quote from the spokesperson was, contrary to the liberal media reports, Snowflake was not left alone and was never in peril, unlike the thousands of senior citizens in New York. Interesting that they did not mention Texas. Why did they not mention Texas?
But hey, I'm just a normal kid, like you, except that I ask questions. And because I'm brave enough to ask questions, I come under scrutinies. It's a question! I'm asking questions, Dad!
Again, just a reminder, if we're going to force people to go with the name on their birth certificate, his name is Rafael Edward Cruz.